Hello everyone, so now we are going to do one more lab. So let me take the new lab. We will do same scenario. We are going to configure the HSRP. What I will do, I will take one router here and one more router here. Okay, and I will take the layer 3 switch. So I will take, this is a layer 3 switch, here one and here one. Let me make little zoom in this one, and imagine this is a ISP1. Okay, this is a ISP1, and this will be ISP2. Okay, this is a ISP2, and this is a, you can give the gateway 1 or switch 1, whatever name you want to give, you can give. Just I want to show you how we can configure that one by using the layer 3 switch also. And after that we can take one more switch here and we can connect the cables. So this is ISP1, and here also ISP1. This will be connect to here, this will be connect to here. And after that let me take some client PC here. Imagine this is a client, we will connect here, and I can give, this is a switch SW. Okay, so this is a configuration. We are going to do the configuration now. Here we are going to learn some reverse routing also, so you will have some more concept clear in this lab. So what I will do, I will say here, let me take the label. I will give here, imagine internet is 8.8.8. okay, that Google in this one 8.8.8.8 here. And now what we will do, we will give here IP. We can give any IP. Example, here LAN side we can give same thing as we are doing, 192.168.1.1 here. Okay, and this side I will give 1.2, and here in between we will use 1.3. so this is our virtual this is our IP from this side, and this will be our logical IP. And this two will be, imagine this is ISP router and this is our layer 3 switch. This is ISP router, this is our layer 3 switch. Actually we will use the router in the place of this layer 3 switch. In the real scenario we can use router or firewall, because NAT is not supported by the layer 3 switch. If we do, because this is our gateway and we need to send the traffic to ISP, so we will do default gateway from here, default route from here to here. But the problem here, we need to configure the PAT, port address translation, PAT, NAT, PAT. We are saying we need to configure NAT here. We have CCNA, we learn the NAT. We have in CCNP also we have the PAT, NAT, PAT. We are going to do here also in the NP also. No need to worry. But now in this lab we will not do. But in the real scenario, you will have firewall here, or you will have the router here, and you will do the NAT PAT configuration here. But in this scenario we will do the reverse routing. Just we need to learn how we can configure the HSRP in the layer 3 and how we can use one VLAN. So this same technique we can use for our big lab. So we will have the idea if we do in this lab. So what we will do here, let me give some IP schema here. So I will give here example 192.168.1 instead of 1 we will say 2.1 here. Okay, this side I will use 2.1 IP, and this side I will write 2.2 IP, and this side I will use 3.1 IP, and the opposite, the ISP here, this interface will have 3.2 IP. Okay, so this is the IP schema we are going to use here this way. Okay, this interface G is 1 by 0 by 0 will be 2.1, and F0 by 0 will be 2.2. This one same here also. So now let's start the configuration, and here this IP I can give here 192.168.1.4 for this machine, and we can go inside here and we can paste here a gateway. I can give the gateway this one 1.1 just to show you how traffic is going or not going. Later we can change to this gateway. Okay, and if you see, this is a layer 3 switch here. If you see, we don't have power supply, that's why it is not power on. So we need to drag and drop here this power supply. So this switch will start working after that. Okay, If you go here and if you go CLI, it will not work. Device must be power on. How we will power on? We need to drag this power supply and drop here. Drag this power supply and drop here. Okay, so now we have the power supply. Now we can take the notepad to do the configuration, or let's see, let me copy this one. Maybe we can use this configuration again. Anyhow, let me take new notepad here and I will write here HSRP Lab by using L3 switch. Okay, L3 switch in packet tracer. So this is a lab. Let's see, here we have the interface will be, I will write interface G1/0/1. This one I am saying G1/0/1. Okay, interface G1/0/1. I will write here no switch port. Okay, no switch port we need to write, and also we need to write here IP routing. IP routing, we enable the routing by using this one, IP routing. And here interface G1/0/1, we write no switch port, and after that we will assign the IP address 192.168.2.1, then 255.255.255.0, and we will write here no shut. This first this site will finish, and the next site will be this interface we will change as G1/0. Let me write here G1/0/2. Okay, this interface. And what is the IP here? Here IP we will assign inside the VLAN. Okay, I will write here interface VLAN 1, and we will assign the IP here in this VLAN. IP address 192.168.1.255.255.0. because we are using the VLAN 1, here all will be VLAN 1. Let me do here so you will have the idea. First of all, let me copy and paste this configuration, and let's see what error we will get or what issue we will get. So this is a layer 3 switch. I will write here no first here, and now I will paste the configuration. If you see, the configuration is good. We enable, we change the name, and we assign the upside. We write no switch port, and then we assign the VLAN 1. I put the IP address here. Okay, and after that we can do the we can start pinging from here. We can go here and we can test what we done till here is okay or not. But before going to that one, let's do the ISP configuration also. I will go here. Let me do the ISP1 configuration. In real scenario we will not do anything to ISP router, but here for lab purpose we will do ISP1 configuration. And here we will write enable config t hostname R1, hostname ISP1, interface fast Ethernet 0/0. I will write here IP address. What is the IP address here? 192.168.2.2, and then 255.255.255.0, and we will write no shut here. And we will say interface loopback 0 IP address 8.8.8.8.255.0.0.0. This we are saying internet. Okay, and here we will divide, and I will copy the same thing and I will paste here for the ISP2. And if you see here, let me paste again ISP2, this one. Which one I am saying? This one ISP2 here. And if you see fast Ethernet 0/0 3.2, this one 3, and remaining is same. Okay, loopback 0. So let's copy and paste the ISP1 and ISP2. So I will copy this ISP1. I will go here in the ISP1. I will write here no, and then I will paste the configuration here. Okay, so everything is good, no error, nothing here. And I will where is the notepad? Let me close this. This is the notepad. I will copy this configuration for the ISP2. I will paste in the ISP2 this one also. So we will write no here, and I will paste the configuration here. So everything is good, no issue, nothing. And we need to remember, we need to put the default route also. Okay, because we are sending the traffic from here. If we don't have that all traffic, we need to forward to ISP. So I need to create one default route here, and I will create one default route here, from here to here, here to here. So let's write the default route. How we will do default route? Let me go to the gateway 1 configuration. Here I will write the default route. We will write IP route 0.0.0 0.0.0. This is a default route. I am saying that if you get any address with any subnet mask, forward that to ISP. This is ISP IP. So I will write here 192.168.2.2. okay, I need to do the same thing in the ISP2 also. First of all, let me paste this in the ISP1. So I will paste here in the ISP1, not in ISP, in our layer 3 switch, because we need to create the default route from here. Okay, so in the layer 3 switch, we will go in the gateway and I will create here. So I will paste this here. Okay, now I need to do for the gateway for this one also, and also here also I need to assign the IP also. So interface VLAN 1 IP address 192.168.1.2 255.255.255.0, and we will write no shut here, and we will paste the default route, and here will be 3.2. ISP IP address is 3.2. okay, so I will paste this two thing in this layer 3 switch. Okay, let me go here. Oh, we did not configure anything, so we need to configure this also, I think. Okay, this is not there. Okay, let me check and do the all configuration. This is a gateway 2. okay, till here is gateway 2, no issue. And after that what we can do, gateway 2, we are here. Okay, so I need to go to this interface G1/0/1. I am going inside this interface G1/0/1. Then I will write IP address 192.168.3.1 255.255.255.0, and we will write no shut here. So this just but here you need to remember here you need to write no switch port, else you will have the error, you cannot assign the IP address. So this is a no switch port, we assign the IP, and then this is the interface. What is the interface? G1/0/2. okay, and here this IP we assign. No, here this one we will assign in the VLAN. okay, so and we have the default route. So let me copy till here to here and paste this one and cross check. So I will go here, we will go here, and we will paste this configuration. Everything is good, no issue. Okay, now let's try to ping from here. This is the machine. First I will check this way. Okay, because I have the default gateway is, let me check what is default gateway I have. I have the default gateway is 1.1. so this is my default gateway, so my traffic will go this way. So what I will do, I will write here ping my gateway. First of all, I will ping my gateway. I am able to reach my gateway or not. So I am able to ping my gateway, so I am able to go to my gateway. Okay, I can go to my gateway, so it is okay, no issue. Now what I will do, I will try to ping this interface 2.1. so let me ping 2.1. it will work. Okay, it is working fine, perfectly. After that, what I will do, I will try to ping the ISP IP. So who is ISP IP? This is 2.2. so let's me ping 2.2. I am able to ping or not? We are unable to ping. Why? Because ISP router don't know our LAN network. This is a ISP router. ISP router don't know any LAN network. In the ISP router, they block the private IP. We are going here with the private IP. ISP will block our private IP. We are unable to reach to the private IP. So we need to configure the NAT here, or the PAD, port address translation. But in the layer 3 switch, it is not supported by the NAT. In the layer 3 switch, it is not supported by the NAT. I will show you. I will show you how we can check that one. You can go inside the interface. Let me go here. I will go here. Let me open this one. So I can go interface G1/0/1. Okay, I can write IP NAT. See, error. If I write IP and put question mark, what I am getting here? I can do IP access group, I can address, authentication, hello internal, help address, inspection, IPS, MTU, OSPF, all this I am getting. But NAT option is not getting. If I go in any router, example, this is my router. Okay. If I go into any interface, example, I will go inside the interface F0/0. I will write here IP. If I press question mark, you see here I am getting the NAT option. Okay. Here I am getting the NAT option here. But here I am not getting the NAT option. So in interview you will get this question also. What is the difference between the layer 3 switch and the router? Because maybe the guy who is taking interview, he will say layer 3 switch, in layer 3 switch we can do the routing also, right? Everything is working, so why we need router? So you need to remember layer 3 switch is not supporting the NAT. That's why we need to have the router or firewall. Firewall is supporting the NAT and also the router is supporting the NAT. But layer 3 is not supporting the NAT. If you see here, you have the NAT option here, but here nothing in the layer 3. Because if you remember, we will write IP NAT input, IP NAT output when we are configuring that one. We will go in the interface and we will check that interface is input or outside. And we will write IP NAT inside, IP NAT outside. Here we cannot write because we don't have NAT option here. If I write here IP NAT inside, I will get error. If I write IP NAT, error, because this feature is not available in the layer 3. So you need to remember, in the layer 3 switch we cannot do the NAT. That's why router is important. In many interviews they will ask you question, what is the difference between the router and the layer 3 switch? We can do routing in the router as well as routing we can do in the layer 3 switch. But why we need router? Why we will not replace the router with the layer 3 switch? Because router is having less number of ports, but layer 3 switch is having more number of ports. So why we will not use the layer 3 switch? Because layer 3 switch is not supporting the NAT. So you can use the layer 3 switch, but wherever you need to do the NAT, you need to look that place you can use the firewall or you can use the router. And you can check before purchasing the material, you can check the specification also, because some device may have some feature also, but mostly it will not work. NAT will not work in most of the layer 3 devices. Okay, so now we understand that one. So now what we are saying, I am pinging from here. I am pinging from here to ISP here, or I am pinging here. I cannot, because when I ping here, the packets are going here, but the packets will not come back because we don't have the reverse routing. We have forward routing. We don't have the reverse routing. I am doing forward routing, means I am going from here to here. How I am going? When I ping, it is going to my gateway. This is my gateway. My gateway is having the default route. My gateway is having the instruction, if anyone come with any IP with any subnet mask, forward that traffic here, default route. It go here, but this ISP router don't know that one, he cannot reply. Okay, the packets are dropping, so it will not come and it will not reach here. If you want, I will show you how we can cross check that one. Let me here ping. Example, I will say here 8.8.8.8. okay, I am pinging this one. Let me put here -T. I will do here -T and ping here. Okay, you will have destination host unreachable like that, but if you go here, traffic will go here. How we know traffic is going here? Just we will put the debug command here. What I will do, I will write here debug IP ICMP. Okay, so when we put the debug IP ICMP, if you see here, reply, this guy ISP router is replying. What he's saying is replying from source will be 8.8.8, destination will be 192.168.1.4. okay, this router is replying, this IP is replying that when we ping, our traffic is going here, he is trying to reply that one. So packets are coming but drop here, because in the ISP router we don't have the route. How we can check in ISP router? We can write show IP route. You will get, we don't have any route for 1.4. If you see here, we don't have any entry for 1.0. We don't have anything. That's why our packets are dropped there only. Okay, ISP router is receiving our request and the 8.8.8 is trying to reply also, but this router is not having in the routing table about our destination, that's why it is dropped. So if we do the NAT here, they will translate our public, that is our private IP into public IP, and it will go, and when it come back again it will translate and it will come to us. But the problem here, we cannot apply the NAT because layer 3 switch is not supporting the NAT. So what is the solution? We can do the reverse routing for this lab purpose. In the real scenario, we will not do reverse routing. We will not touch the ISP router. We will not touch the ISP router, but in the lab purpose we can do the reverse routing. How we can do the reverse routing means, we can go inside this router. Okay, let me first of all close the debug here, you all, so it will close all. Okay, now we will do the reverse routing. I will write here how we can do reverse routing means, we will go here in the global configuration mode. I will write IP root and we will write here what we need to write. This one we need to tell to ISP. ISP will say IP root 192.168.1.0, network ID 255.255.255.0, and then he will give this IP 192.168.1.2.1. Okay, so what ISP we are saying to ISP, if you get anything about the 1.0 network, means this network, forward the traffic to this interface. Okay, here. So this guy know about this one, they can forward here. Okay, this is a reverse routing we done. Reverse, that is static route, just we are putting the static route. So this is the reverse routing. We can say this is a reverse routing. If you write show IP route here, now you have this entry about the 1.0. But in real scenario, we will not touch the ISP router. Here for the lab purpose, we are doing that one. So we can go to the ISP1, okay, and we will put this reverse routing here. Okay, and now we need to do same thing for the ISP2 also. So what we will do here, we will write the same here, but here you will have the 3.1 instead of 2.1. This will be 3.1. Okay, so I hope we copy paste here already, right? Yeah, so we need to paste in the ISP2. So let me copy this from the ISP here to here. I will go here in this one, I will paste config T, and then we will paste here. So we have the reverse routing also. Now I will save the configuration, and if you see here, it will start working. Okay, if you see before it is not working. Okay, after we do the reverse routing, it is start working. So now our main task is still not finished, just we are clearing our some concept. What is reverse routing? We are clearing the concept, but our main topic will start now. What our main topic? We need to configure the HSRP. So how we will configure the HSRP? We need to go to the interface. So which interface we are using? VLAN interface, VLAN 1. So we need to go to the VLAN 1 and we need to write standby like group 1 and the IP and whatever the logical IP. So let me write here. I will go to the notepad and then we will go to the switch 1, that is a what we can say gateway 1. Gateway, this is a gateway 1 we are saying GW. Let me write gateway 1, and this we are saying as a gateway 2, I think. Yeah, GW2. Okay, so gateway 1 we go inside or in the notepad in the gateway 1. Here what we will do, instead of here, let me remove this because authentication track will not work in the what I can say in the packet tracer. So here we write interface, which VLAN we done, VLAN 1. Okay, so what we are doing, we are saying that interface VLAN 1 standby 1, this IP will be, this is the logical virtual IP and priority and the preempt enable. I will copy the same thing from here to here. We need to paste this in the gateway 2 also. So let me remove this all here. I will paste, but here we will not increase the priority. Okay, if we increase both side priority, who will become the active? So now I will copy this one, I will go, and now what I will do, I will change the default gateway here. As we told, our gateway will be 1.3 logical IP. So I will change here 1.3. After changing, it will stop working here. If you go here down, it will stop working. If you see, stop working. After we paste this command, it will start again working. Which command? This one, interface this. So now I will exit this and I will paste here. Okay, so now this is okay. Now it will start working here. If you see, after few seconds it will start working. Meanwhile, I can go and do this configuration for the gateway 2. Okay, this one, VLAN 1. I will go here. I will enable this one. Let me go config T and I will paste this here. Okay, so now let's see. Yeah, see, it start working. When we paste that one, after few seconds it is start working. And we can check who is the active and who is passive. Here we can go and we can check here. How we can check? We can write here show standby brief. If you see, local active is local, means GW1 is the active, and standby is 1.2, and this is a virtual we are using. And priority we set 110. Okay, and if you go here, it is working fine, perfectly. And if you want to stop, you can go to the VLAN interface. How we will stop? Interface VLAN 1 and write here shut. When we write shut here in the gateway 1, the traffic will go down, and then again it will go from the gateway 2. Okay, here one packet drop. It will take some time. After that it will start working from the gateway 2. Let's see. If we have any misconfigure in the gateway 2, it will not work. But generally we done everything. If we maybe 3-4 packets drop, and after that it will start working. If you have any question, you can ask, or let's see, it is working, still not working. Maybe we forget anything here. We done reverse routing, right? Let me check, do we have the reverse routing or not? Show IP route. We have reverse routing here, yes. This is a reverse routing. So this should work. Why it is not working? Maybe let me check first of all, this guy become active or not. This guy become active. Okay, so what is the issue here? Let me check here. All interface is up or not. Show IP interface brief. This is up. Okay, VLAN is also up. Show standby brief. So this is 100. So this guy become active, local active. So this is good. Traffic should go here. Why it is not going? Maybe we don't have loopback here or what? Let me check. Show IP interface brief. We have the loopback also. It is up. Let's see traffic is coming or not here. Debug IP ICMP. So let's see traffic is reaching to ISP or not. ISP2 traffic is not coming here. Why it is not coming? We can check here. What here? Let's go here. 192.168.1.3. Gateway is correct. We should have here the traffic. Why it is not going? Let me check here. Let me check the default gateway we do or not. Let me check here. Show IP route. Yeah, see, we did not done the default gateway. I think here we don't have anything here. Default gateway we did not set here. That's why it is not going. Let me check here in notepad. We did not put. Where is this one? But I don't know why it is not showing here. Maybe we did not paste here. We forget to paste here. Let me go here and paste here. Okay, and now let me check show IP interface brief. We have IP, yeah, here, and okay, now maybe it will start because we maybe we forget to put the gateway. Now it is working or not? Let's see. Still not working. First mistake what we done, we did not configure default route here. Let's see here. Second, maybe what we have here, show IP route here. We have a dot something here, and static route is reverse routing is okay. 3.1, this interface is 3.1, and the default route should be show. Let me check here. Show IP route static. Show IP route. maybe we did not enable IP routing, we forget to write here maybe. Let's see here. Yeah, if you see here, we need to write IP routing also. IP routing, we did not write this one. That's why it is not doing the route. If you see in the here we wrote, but here in the gateway 2 we did not write. So let me write now IP routing. Okay, now let's see, it will start after few seconds I think. IP routing we write, let's see, or press fast forward and check. See, now it started. So what is the issue here? Let me show you, it is working now. If you go here, it is stop here. Okay, but at last it is working here. This is working. What is the problem we face here? First of all, whenever you are using the layer 3 switch, you need to write IP routing. IP routing. So I forget this to write. Okay, that's why it is not having the default route, all the routes. Second thing, I forget to do the what I forget to configure the default route. That's why it is not working. So this way it is working. Here we configure we put the IP routing, we enable the routing, and we configure the default route. Here we forget the IP routing and we forget the default route, but now we configure, everything is good. It is working perfectly. If you see here, it is working perfectly. Now I can go to this interface and I can make this VLAN as up now. So I will write here no shut now. So our traffic will go here, this guy become active. So we will have few packets will drop, and then our traffic will switch to the ISP1. So if you see here, our traffic moved to ISP1 now. Okay, so our traffic moved to ISP1 here. And let's see if I write here tracer route, tracer T 8.8.8.8, and let's see. Yeah, now it is showing. Before it, when we do, we are getting only 8.8.8, but now if you see, it is showing, it is going through this one 192.168.1.1. it is going through this in gateway. If I go here and if I write here shut, and when we do tracer T route, you will get the 1.2. let's try because you will have some delay. Okay, yeah, you can see here, before our traffic is going through 192.168.1.1, but now it is going through 192.168.1.2. with the tracer T, this is a command tracer T. In the window we will use tracer T, in the router we will use trace route. So tracer T is showing that before it is going through 1.1, but after I put this interface down, it is going through 1.2. Okay, our traffic is not dropped, maybe few packets will drop, but it is working perfectly. So here what we learn, here we learn how we can configure the HSRP by using the layer 3 switch. How we can configure, and we learn in the layer 3 switch we cannot configure the NAT, and what we learn how we can do the reverse routing. Reverse routing means just giving the route only, static route towards the LAN network. But in real scenario we will not do that one. And also we learn how we can check the packets are coming or not. How we check, we will enable the debug. So this all we learn here. This is a basic lab about the HSRP by using the layer 3 switch. In the coming classes we are going to do the one big lab. So in that one we are going to use the same concept. That's why we done here.